All right, well, we'll start with that. Here we go. Well, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We are on day 3 of the 4-day emails that you are signed up for, and I'm hoping that you are catching some good content out of these. Today, we're going to cover tools, 2 very important tools that you need and must have in affiliate marketing. Now, we did on day 1, we recapped that I'm no different from you, and that there's different models of making money, such as MLMs, dropship, selling stuff, using Amazon to sell their stuff for minimal profit, those type of things. And I think you're here on day 3 because you chose to go the direction of affiliate marketing. Now, I realize that some people that are watching me have been in affiliate marketing for a while, and some people that are watching me right now haven't been in affiliate marketing for a while, and you're just checking this all out as newbies, and that's okay. I am actually a friend of newbies because, not because I like going through the torture of helping someone go through the school of hard knocks, because I really do believe that I can help you cut back on some of the pain and the blood shed and the bruises that you get through going through all of the other avenues of learning affiliate marketing. I'm not saying I'm the only way. I want you to get a mentor, somebody you trust, somebody that can hang out with you and just talk and teach you. But the one thing I would tell you right out of the gate is get a system, get it straight, and decide how you're going to do it. If you're going to have a certain person, stick with that person until they can't teach you anymore, or you can't learn from them anymore. Oftentimes, it's not the teacher; it's the student. Just isn't to that level. They've learned enough from that person. They can't learn anymore. So that's where we're at, and we're on day 3. Appreciate you very much. On the second day, we covered the sales process, how you take a link and you move that link over to sales page, which is the wrong way to do it. And then you learn later on, which is what we're teaching you right out of the gate. What I'm teaching you right out of the gate is to take that link and attach it to some kind of a capture page where you get that information. Instead of sending it straight to the link where whoever you're promoting for, they get the information of to put on there. And you've heard the list is in the money. I mean, the money is in the list. The list is in the money. And the more money you have, the bigger your list is. No, that's not how it goes. The bigger list is, the more opportunity you have to make money. So with that, they're getting your contacts. You're sending out, whether it be by ads or Twitter, Facebook, however you're spamming pretty much people, you're hitting them up. Then that's going directly to the person that you're selling their product, and they're getting their name, they're capturing it, they're keeping it. You're not getting it. You don't get any follow up with them. So by doing a capture page, you get that follow up, and then take that capture page, instead of sending it directly to the sales of whatever it is you want to build a relationship. And I'm teaching you to do an email series, a set of emails like we're doing right now. You're on day 3 of 4. I've got some day 6 of 7s in another series. And that's where you want to take it to the next level, because you're here on day 3. 1, because we've built a relationship here. You know I'm a chef. You know that I've done kitchen work. I've done all kinds of work, and you know me a little bit. I'm not just one of those guys that says, hey, send your sales to me right now, please. And that's nothing wrong with that kind of person. There's nothing wrong with being an aggressive salesperson. But the thing I found is, when you're aggressive like that, and I have done this to hundreds of people, is when I'm aggressive and I keep going, hey, do this, do this, do this, they're gone. They're just they're gone. They don't read my emails. Yeah, if they've still got me on there, that's just so they can use them later on. But they're gone. They're not. I never see them again. I never get to see their success. And so by taking that email series, you build that, and then you promote offers on each one of those emails, like I've done with you. I've let you know some things you might want. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you still come back tomorrow for the training. And tomorrow, I've got some major training for you, so be happy about that. And I'm looking forward to day 4 and day 5 of your 4-day series. So All right, day 3, that's where we're at. And that is 2 tools that you need to have. Number 1, oh yeah, to build a little bit of why you need tools. When I was a chef, I had to have a knife set. When I went to culinary school, they said the first thing they said was get yourself a knife set. So I got a knife set, and then I went into my first class, and he says, okay, now you got to get yourself a pastry bag and some tips, and you need that. And it wasn't even baking. It was to do decorations on trays and stuff I was making. So I thought, okay, so I got to get these tools. And then the next class, you need peelers, and then you need pans, and then you need measuring cups, and then you need graters, and then and so your toolkit, your little box that you had, got full of stuff that I needed to create the food that I was preparing for the restaurants I worked in, for the dinner parties and that type of thing. So I needed to have that tool set. I had to invest in that tool set. Just common sense. You just have to invest in it. If I'd have said, okay, I want to be one of the better chefs in town, and but I'm going to do it using their knives in their kitchens and their houses and their ovens and their pans and I wouldn't have been a very good chef. I just wouldn't have been. And then then in that training that I had as a chef, I worked for someone, and I worked for a restaurant owner, and sometimes it was a corporation, but I worked for somebody else. And what I learned in that is that when push comes to shove, if you're not family, say their son or their cousin or their nephew has played in the kitchen, and um, they need a job, they lost theirs because they're lazy or whatever, whatever it is. Um, the guy who's working hard, the chef that's working and doing the job for them, doesn't hold up to family. So the restaurant owner owned me to be, pretty much I had to keep him happy enough that if his son came in, he'd say, well, I don't like my son any more than I like the chef, so I'm going to keep the chef. So that's where the business owner controls you. I mean, I had to do what he said. He said, clean this, I had to clean it, or have someone clean it. I didn't have a choice to say, that doesn't need cleaned. We cleaned it last week. So you have a need to invest. Now, that business owner provided me with security. He kept the lights on, kept the customers coming in, kept the wait staff, kept everybody else employed. So I had people helping me to create the food, to clean up the messes, to dishwashers and that type of thing. So with that owner had all that responsibility, and then he had to make a buck on whatever I was putting out there. So that's kind of where we can roll that back to affiliate marketing. The guy puts a product together, he gives you a little piece of it. It's a great way to make money. It is. However, what I'm teaching you to do, what I plan to help you with, is to make it to the next level where you're more of an owner. And then we're going to go past that to where you're a franchise owner. Pretty much you call the shots and you do the publicity work, and somebody else does all your emails and that type of thing. But that's down the road. Let's learn it first, and then we can train people to do it. And I put mechanic up here as an example. My son became a mechanic, and the first thing they told him to do was buy tools. And Milwaukee, he owns Milwaukee pretty much. Milwaukee Tools. I'm pretty sure he's got major stock because he bought a lot of tools. But he's a good mechanic. So, and the business owner kept the lights on, kept the customers coming in, kept the product in stock for them to fix the cars. So that's the difference between an owner and a regular employee. So you have to know that you're going to have to invest. So there's 2 things you're going to need to invest in. One is a page builder. Now that's a tool that we use that takes basically, if I had my notepad, I'm going to have my notepad here real soon. But if I had my notepad, I would show you that basically it's where you take an email, you send it out, and it tells them to go somewhere. It's got a call to action on it. That call to action sends them to what we call a capture page or an info page where we get information from them so that we can contact them again in the future with more information. And that capture page is created in what's called a page builder. Now, there are 3 or 4 ways to do page builders out there that are worthy. ClickFunnels is $97 a month. That's expensive. If you're starting out, you don't have it, work towards it. You're going to end up there. I mean, it is so easy once you're training people to just give them a link and then they bring it into their webpage or their email and it's their information. You're not making the money on it. Just you've helped them. It is a great tool. Second, there's one out there called Builderall. Builderall has a free version to start out. I put 19, but I think it's like $29 a month, somewhere in there. And then there's GrooveFunnels. I think it's in the 40-ish range a month, but it starts out free with like you get to do 3 pages or something like that. Now, that might be something you need to do to start before you get into ClickFunnels, and I understand that. I mean, I had to go from zero to hero just like everybody does. You've got to go from what is my budget? Do I eat this week or do I pay for my email? What do I do this week? So, we're all there. And then you want, let's see, what you do, everything you do, I've already kind of covered it. Everything you do needs to be trainable so that you're not constantly in the manager. Now, I talked to you about the chef, and the chef is basically the kitchen manager. He runs the food, runs all of the product in the back. Then there's a restaurant manager that oversees all the restaurant expenses and manages that for the owner, and then the owner makes the final decisions. Well, what you're coming into right now is kind of a management spot. You need to make the decisions on what tools you need, how to do them so that you can step into anybody's spot. Now, when I was a chef, if a sous chef on soups and stocks didn't show up, I was making soups and stocks that day. I wasn't sitting doing any kind of scheduling or anything like that. I was in it. So that's basically it. You want to be able to know it so you can hand it off. And then the second tool you need is an autoresponder. And I'm going to save your time. We'll get done here pretty quick. But an autoresponder is an email list, and it's the most important tool to me that you can have. Now, the reason is because you are getting, on a capture page, you're getting information. You're getting maybe a name, definitely an email address, maybe a phone number even. Whatever you choose to do on your capture page, you're going to get that information. An autoresponder can send out emails for you. So when that person buys the miscellaneous product that you happen to be promoting, whatever it is, if it's yours, somebody else's, you've got their information, so you can come back to them and follow up. The one thing, I bought a set of knives one time, and I'm going to tell you, the knives were good knives. They were high quality. But I had a salesman that came back in every time I would go to a different class or start a different cycle. And I realized it's just a good salesman knows those opportune times. However, he always had another something for me. He either give me something that would help me, like a chamois for the underneath my cutting boards. He would give that to me as a free gift, he would tell me. And then I'd buy 13 of those for every cutting board we had in the station. So it was a little give and a little, of course I'm going to buy from you. Why would I go, at that time, why would I go shop to another salesman? But now it's, why would I jump on the internet if you're right here, you've given me something free, and I have a need. I'm going to buy it from you. So basically what your autoresponder does is allow you to be at that next step for someone when they want or need the next level. And you're there to help them through that bump, whether it profits you or not. If they're profitable, you're profitable. because more often than not, they're going to say your name in some training, and somebody's going to look at your video, and away you go. And that's how it works. It just explodes like that. So that's it. That's what you need. You need uh, a, a page builder. And again, you're going to end up, trust me, you're going to end up, you'll say, I'll never buy ClickFunnels. Well, yeah, you will. And when $100 isn't that important to you a month because you're making an income that just wraps that, I mean, it's auto pay. And you actually start to pay it by the year. It's an amazing feeling when you pay your bills off before they're due. So with that, we're going to hold out for day 4. Thanks for sticking with me. I will see you tomorrow. I'll have an email in your box. And yes, that's the power of an autoresponder. But it is going to be a powerful video for you tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.